Alright guys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. We just completed the first part, the prologue itself, A Father's Love, A New Beginning. We're gonna actually start the first part next. Hey, we got, why is my president a boy? We'll save it there. And move on to the next chapter. We've got our recommendation from Roland. We have to be ready to head to our next location. And my father has been he's missing, pretty much. That was the biggest news of the last part. Estelle, are you in there? Joshua? Dinner's ready. Just to let you know, we'll be having roasted basil chicken and onion soup gratin. That sounds so good. I'll come down later. So why don't you two go on ahead and eat? Alright. Well, make sure to come down before your food gets cold. The Wheel of Fortune card again. Something really is going on. I just can't see what it is. Where's Estelle? She said to go ahead and eat without her. She didn't seem to have an appetite. I see. She took the news a lot better than I thought she would. It's not surprising. She doesn't want to come out of her room, seeing as how close she is with her father. I agree. So what do you think about all of this, Skara? Is it an accident or an incident? To be honest, I couldn't say either way. Your dad is a top-class bracer. When it comes to crisis management, he's the best there is. Whichever it is, if your father happens to be there, it'll be resolved. But the fact is, an airliner along with your father has gone missing. In other words, what you're trying to say is that things that shouldn't have happened, right? Don't lose heart on me now. You need to be a stout wall of support and bear Estelle up. I'll get to work tomorrow and see what I can find out. Man, it sure smells good down here. I can't stand it any longer. Oh, Estelle. What? Estelle, are you okay? I'm so hungry. I thought I was gonna pass out. Oh, this looks so good. Bon appetit. Aren't you two having any? This is great. The basil flavor really comes out when you roast it. You sure know how to cook, Joshua. Well, thanks. Come on, Skara. Don't you just sit there, too. Do you want to drink some of my dad's brandy from his secret stash? I'm pretty sure there's a bottle of Stain Rose that's about 20 years old in there. Did you say Stain Rose? And 20 years old, too? Skara, what do you think you're doing? Sorry, Estelle. I'm going to have to pass this time. By the way, what were you doing up in your room? You didn't come down even after Joshua called you for supper. Huh? Oh, right. I was just looking for some extra underwear. I was having a bit of trouble finding one of my favorites because it was stuffed in the back of one of the drawers. Underwear? Oh, and a set of gear for traveling. I mean, who knows how long we'll be gone, so I figure as long as we're prepared, we'll have nothing to worry about. So what you're saying is, you intend to head to Bose to find your father? Well, duh, that's a no-brainer. And while I can't imagine anything bad happening to him despite his horrible luck, waiting around just doesn't suit me, so I'm gonna go check things out for myself. You really are something else. Whether it's your positive attitude or thick skin, I can't say, but... Wow, you're so rude, Joshua. But you are coming along too, right? Of course. However, it looks like all airliner flights have been cancelled until the army finishes their search. It seems like the only way to Bose is on foot. Walk to Bose, huh? I wonder how long that's gonna take. The fur bracer on foot, if they hurry. They can make it there in about half a day. But if that's the route you're taking, that makes things easier. I think I'll tag along as well. Really? You'll come with us? But aren't you busy with a bunch of other jobs? Hey, I trained under your father, right? Did you honestly think I'd just sit here when something could have happened to the person I owe so much to? I'm going to talk to Ina and have her pass my jobs at the guild to another member. Skara. We really appreciate this, Skara. You really shouldn't be thanking me. I just can't leave a job as big as this up to a bunch of newbies. I hate to say it, but you're probably right. Oh well, since Skara's along for the ride now, I do feel a bit more confident. We appreciate you coming with us. Myself as well. Anyway, let's make sure to drop by the guild tomorrow morning before we leave. I'll need to explain the situation to Ina. Road trip! Chapter 1. Disappearance of the Linde. I understand the situation now. To be frank, though, with Skarazar taking off after Cassius, I'm going to be really short-handed. But since this involves him directly, please don't worry about anything. I really appreciate this, Ina. Make good use of Ridge while we're gone. He should be able to deal with at least 3 times his normal workload. Don't you think that's a bit harsh? Don't worry. If things get too hectic, I'll ask for help from the Grancel branch. By the way, Skarazar, can I get a minute? I'd like to talk with you about the job you were going to do. Sure, no problem. Estelle, Joshua, can I have you 2 wait upstairs? I'll be done in a minute. Understood. Skara? If we're going to be waiting around, would you mind if we did it out in front of the clock tower? I'd like to say hi to someone. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay then, let's meet up in front of the clock tower. As soon as I'm done here, I'll head over there myself. Got it. Come on, Joshua. Sure. Septium Calendar. Erected in partnership with the liberal royal family Septium Church in Roland City. Destroyed during the 100 Days' War when Roland was bombarded by their Erebonian Imperial Army. Rebuilt with the Corporation of the Citizens of Roland. Cooperation. Every time I see this clock tower, I always think they sure did a superb job restoring it after the war. You can sure feel the spirit of Roland's people from this. Estelle? Joshua? What do you think about going up with me and waiting until Skara shows up? You mean the clock tower? Sure, I don't mind. Okay, come on. The morning air is so refreshing. Hey, look, Joshua, we can see the house from here. You're right, I can see the roof. But do you want to tell me what's going on since you've always avoided coming up here? I was under the impression that you didn't like this place. I like this place, but I just can't casually come up here. Because this is the place where my mom died. What? "10 years ago, during the war, when the Imperial Army surrounded Roland, they bombarded the symbol of the city, the clock tower, to try and get the citizens to surrender. This was at the time Dad was fighting in the Royal Army. I wanted to see who he was fighting against, so I climbed up the clock tower, and when the bombardment started, I couldn't get away." Oh, the mom died protecting her. When I came to, I hardly had a scratch on me. My mother had saved me. I was wrapped tightly in her arms, shielded from the rubble. And as I cried, she sang my favorite lullaby. But when they finally dug us free... Aww. After the war ended, and this place had been rebuilt, I avoided coming here for the most part. It's not because I have painful memories of this place, though. It's just when I come here, a part of me wants so much to draw on her strength. Plus, I felt that I can't be strong like her if I'm always trying to rely on her. Estelle. But today is okay, right? Relying on her just this once. Asking her to bring Dad home safely. Asking her to protect him. Oh, Estelle. Of course it is. And don't worry. Dad's safe. For sure. Your mother's protecting him. So there's no doubt in my mind that he's safe. And if he happens to be in a bit of trouble, then you can come to his rescue. Just like your mother did for you. You can do the same for your dad. And don't forget, I'm here to help you too. Joshua, I know I can't completely understand everything you've been through, but I can stay here by your side, as I am now. And if you need a shoulder to cry on, you've always got mine. So... Huh? Joshua, you're trying too hard. You shouldn't say things like that so lightly. What do you mean? If I were any other girl, I would totally have misinterpreted your intentions just now. You're seriously the type who's going to have problems with romantic relationships in the future. I'm already starting to get worried. Well, excuse me for trying to be nice. Why do you have to be like that when someone is genuinely worried about you? Thanks for cheering me up, Joshua. I feel a lot better now. I guess as long as I get some kind of thanks. It was worth looking like a complete fool. But you are unbelievable. Don't be so mad. I'm really thankful, believe it or not. So how about we get down from here, huh? I'm sure Scara's waiting for us. You're probably right. Mom, I finally realized why I wanted to become a bracer. So I could become strong and protect others, just like you. So please, watch and see. I won't fail to bring Dad home safe again. Yay! Aw, Estelle. She's brave. She's a brave girl. Ah, the two of you had such a cute scene going on up there. Why, my cheeks even feel a bit hot just thinking about it. What's that supposed to mean? You were spying on us? Give me some credit, will you? I just happened to see you when I looked up to check the time. I sure wish I had an orbital camera to get a shot of that view. Me too! Come on. What are you trying to say, Scara? That's called family bonding, plain and simple. It's kind of like your habit of hugging everyone after your third bottle of wine. Let's not get into that. What's with that sigh? You really don't know how to take a joke, do you? Well, whatever. Did you say hi to Lena while you were up there? Yeah. I even asked for her to help watch over Dad. I see. Then I guess it looks like you're all set. You know, Lena's protection is equal to that of the goddess herself. Your dad's safety is pretty much guaranteed. I think you may be giving her a little too much credit. Now that you mention it, you met Estelle's mother before, right, Scara? Yeah, when I was a child. I was still in a troupe at the time. A troupe? Yeah, a troupe in a traveling circus. Scara was a dancer. Although it was a long time ago, we first met when she came to Roland with the circus. 12 years ago to be exact. I was 11, and Estelle was 4. And because of that chance encounter, when I became a bracer, I trained under your father. I didn't know that. Maybe I'll tell you about it sometime when I get a chance. Are you about ready to head out for Bose? With airliner flights cancelled, we'll just have to make our way to Bose the old-fashioned way, by foot. First we'll need to make our way to the Verte Bridge checkpoint, which sits on the border of the Bose region. The Verte Bridge is located at the west end of the Milch Main Road. Looks like we're all set, so let's go. Alright guys, I'm gonna end it. Well, I'm not gonna end this here. I'm gonna go level. Then we're going to do what we have to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Well, in a minute. Alright guys and girls, so welcome back. I just made my way through the Verte Gate on my way to Bose, our next destination with Scarazard. I got Estelle and Joshua to level 10. Yeah. So, in this next town, we're gonna buy stuff once we make it there. So that's why I kinda didn't get the weapons in the first town. But yeah, next town, we're getting stuff. Desperately need new equipment. Nebo Valley is north. Is that where I have to go? Didn't say what was this way, though. What's that headed this way? Cargo car? Well, if it isn't Scarazard, how have you been? Fine. I haven't seen you in a while either. What are you up to? As you can see, I'm doing an escort job. I'm sure that you've heard about all the airliners being grounded after the Linde incident, right? He's a bracer. Because of that, we have to move all this cargo to the Royal City by ground transport. I see. Well, your efforts are appreciated. So how about yourself? What are you doing with these youngsters? Don't tell me you're looking into the incident. That was the plan. Why? Do you know something we should be aware of? Well, I think it would be best if you spoke with Lugaran about it at the Bose branch. Anyway, I've got to get going. Catch you later. Chief Warrant Officer Ashton and now him. Everyone keeps hinting at something, but no one would just come out and say it. I wonder what's up. Well, there must be a good reason for it, and we'll probably find our answers at the Bose branch. Agreed. If we do as he suggests, and ask Lugren about it, we may just get a clue as to what's going on. Anyway, let's get moving. Alright, so what she means by that is, I didn't show it, because I didn't think it'd be that important, but, the warrant officer at the gate warned us about the incident, and, that something might be going on with that. He just said to, you know, pretty much advise a lot of caution against, searching into it. And, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out when we get there what they mean by that. So how you guys doing? You doing alright? I'm doing pretty well today. I decided to record because I like, I don't know, I just felt in the mood. I was like, yes, I must play some more. Oh, battle time. Our first battle in the Bose region. Let's see how we do. Normal. But I really need new equipment. Definitely new equipment. Ow. And I don't even have really any armor per se. That's probably why they take that much to begin with. Ow. How did that thing die? That's not cool. Aw, what? You split apart. That's not cool, dude.
Oh, are you done already?
Wow, that's a good amount of experience there. Really like that. I'm tempted to level on this road. That's some pretty awesome experience. I'm really liking that. Let me see. Where were we at in terms of level? So I got 28. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to try and get at least to Scara's current level. Yeah, I got to. See you guys in a minute. Okay. So I accidentally walked into Bose. We finally made it here. This is the commercial city of Bose, which sits at the heart of the Bose region. Wow, this definitely looks like a city. Of the 5 major cities in Liberal, this one comes next after the Royal City. Compared to Roland, the buildings are all made of stone and seem a lot bigger. Does anyone have any idea what that huge building is over there? That's the Bose Market. It's an indoor marketplace made up of various shops. Food, clothing, sundry goods, furniture, books, and so on. You can pretty much buy everything here with the exception of weapons and ornaments. It's not surprising that they call this place a commercial city. Man, I really wish this trip could have been for shopping. Maybe some other time. Let's first stop by the guild and find out what's going on regarding the incident. Oh, alright. If you're curious about the Bracer Guild... the Bracer Guild is just right over there. Oh, they don't sell weapons here? What? If you're wondering why it's quiet, I have the sound off. I've turned it off for grinding purposes. Oh, hey, look who's there. Yeah, oh, they got some accessory type stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna see what I can gear up on here, go back outside and level, and, we'll make it to where we have to go, when we get a chance to actually need to do that. See you guys in a minute. Okay, welcome back, guys, for a bit. So I leveled to level 11 with my two characters here. Scara is 13, I think. I think she got, yeah. We're gonna go to the Bracers Guild here, see what's going on.
No, Scarazad, you arrived a lot sooner than I expected. I appreciate you coming all the way from Roland.
It's been a while, hasn't it, Lugrin? Did someone tell you that we were coming ahead of time?
Yes, I received a call from Aina not that long ago. So that means these two kids with your Cassius's children.
Yes, that's right. It's nice to meet you, sir. I'm Estelle Bright. And I'm Joshua Bright. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
No, I'm Lugren, and I oversee the Bose branch. Your father and I go way back. Please, just call me Lugran.
Sure, we'll do that. That said, could you give us a quick update on the missing airliner incident?
Yes, about that. The Royal Army is still continuing its search. However, with the Army's current restrictions on information, no public updates of the situation has been made. And not only has the general public been kept in the dark, but the Guild hasn't heard a word either.
Really? Why not? Aren't the Army and the Guild supposed to be cooperating together? Well, that's the way it is on the surface anyway. But in actuality, there's a lot of opposition between both parties on a number of aspects. So pretty much what you're saying is that it's a bunch of jurisdictional disputes, right?
I hate to admit it, but that's the situation. In addition, General Morgan has gotten involved.
Did you just say General Morgan? Great. Now it really looks like things are going to be a pain. General Morgan? Who's that?
He's famous for repelling the Imperial Army's invasion 10 years ago. You should have read about him in the history books.
Amazingly enough, I don't recall the name. So what's the big deal with this famous guy anyway? From what I've heard, he's not the biggest fan of the Bracers Guild. Hates Bracers, in fact. Seems he even makes it a point to routinely assert that there's no need for a Bracers Guild. Sounds like a real whack job to me. So what you're saying is that we're not getting any information because of this general?
That's not really important at the moment. What really matters is that Bracers are being prohibited from entering the regions they are investigating. And because of that, it's causing conflict with our other work.
But we just came all the way here from Roland. If that's the way it's gonna be, then it's time to duel it out with this general to decide who gets to investigate the incident. You're talking like a crazy person, Estelle.
Keep your cool, Bracer. There are other ways. Such as the requests we just received from the mayor concerning the incident. She has asked that we conduct an investigation from the guild side, separate from the army.
Well, that's encouraging news. If it's an official request from the mayor, it'll be a great pretext for us to conduct our own investigation. I see. Well, isn't this perfect timing? Lugren, we'll accept the mayor's request.
That sounds fine by me. But before you go, you two are junior bracers, right?
Yeah? Why?
Junior bracers, so to speak, are members in training, registered at various branches. In short, their performance is monitored by the branch where they're currently registered. And right now, for you two, that would be Roland.
So what you're trying to say is that we have to change our registration if we want to accept jobs here, right?
You've got it. Here, all you need to do is sign on these forms to transfer your registration.
Sure. Our names go here, and
Estelle and Joshua filled out the registration transfer forms.
Alright, it looks like everything is in order. Junior Bracers, Estelle and Joshua. As of this day at 15:30, your registration at the Bose branch has been approved. This means that you are now members of the Bose branch.
So once you become a senior bracer, you can do any job without being registered to a particular branch. But on the flip side, your duties and responsibilities increase as well.
Understood.
So pretty much, we're still newbies.
Well, it looks like now I'll be able to entrust you with the mayor's request. The mayor's residence is near the west gate. You should go there and talk to her directly.
We'll do that.
Understood.
But first, new quests. Yeah, I'll take them all. I forgot I had a quest to report. I don't know which one I reported, but I reported something. Huh. So we're 7th class junior bracers. That works. So what's that first side mission? That's enrolling. Okay. Ferocious monster has been sighted along the trail behind Revenue Village. See them in Revenue Village. What about this one? Monster found meats to meet Gwen at the Auntie Rose restaurant. Let's see if I have that. It's the mayor's house. Chapel. Here we go. The chef, maybe? Where is he? Where could he be at? Here? Chef! No? Her then? No? This guy then? No? Who do I gotta talk to? Who's Gwen? Is this Gwen? No, that's Ross. Are you Gwen? No, that's Lecter. Where's Gwen? Is it that girl? It is that girl. Alright, so I don't have the meat then, pretty much. Alright, I'm gonna try and accomplish these side missions, guys. See you guys in a bit.